Hello students, hope you all are fine. Yesterday we have seen about heating effect of electric current. Today we are talking about practical application of heating effect of electric current. The generation of heat in a conductor is an inevitable consequence of electric circuit. So heat is produced whenever there is conduction of electric current. In many cases, it is undesirable as it converts useful electrical energy into heat. In electric circuits, the unavoidable heating can increase the temperature of the components and alter their properties. However, heating effect of electric current has many useful applications. The electric laundry iron, the electric toaster, electric oven, electric kettle, and electric heater are some of the familiar devices which are based on Joule's heating effect. The electric heating is also used to produce light as in electric bulb. Last we were talking about that in electric bulb whatever the filament is there that gets heated up because it is offering very high resistance and that is used in order to produce light. Here the filament must retain as much as of the heat generated as is possible so that it gets very hot and emit light. It must not melt at such high temperature. A strong metal with high melting point such as tungsten, see melting point is about 3380 degrees Celsius. So a substance of high melting point is used. So in bulb the filament is made up of tungsten, is used for making bulb filament. The filament should be thermally isolated as much as possible using insulating support, etc. The bulbs are usually filled with chemically inactive nitrogen and argon gases to prolong the life of the filament. Most of the power consumed by the filament appears as heat, but a small part of it is in the form of light radiated. Another common application of Joule's heating is the use of fuse used in electric circuits. Fuse also we have talked about. A fuse is having very low melting point. So whenever large amount of heat is produced due to some short circuit or any other reason, so in that case that filament, that fuse wire will melt and will break the circuit, and as a result the appliances will be saved or life of a person may be saved. It protects circuits and appliances by stopping the flow of any unduly high electric current. The fuse is placed in the series. Do remember, fuse is placed in the series. The fuse is placed in the series with the device. It consists of a piece of wire made of a metal or an alloy of appropriate melting point. For example, aluminium, copper, iron, lead, etc. If a current larger than the specified value flows through the circuit, the temperature of the fuse wire increases. This melts the fuse wire and breaks the circuit. The fuse wire is usually encased in a cartridge of porcelain or similar material with metal ends. The fuses used for domestic purposes are rated as 1 ampere, 2 ampere, 3 ampere, 5 ampere, 10 ampere, etc. So depending upon the requirement, depending upon the circuit, that how much current is going to flow, accordingly that particular fuse wire of particular rating is used. For an electric iron which consumes 1 kilowatt electric power when operated at 220 volt, a current of 1000 upon 220 ampere, that is about 4.54 ampere will flow through the circuit, and in that case we need to have 5 ampere fuse. So depending upon, this is the example that is given, that how we are determining that what may be the rating of the fuse wire. So sometimes you might be asked that a particular device is connected in series and how much current is flowing through. Depending upon the current flowing through it, judge that what can be the appropriate measure of the fuse used. So that time this rating will come. So depending upon the current flowing through, we will have to decide that what will be the capacity or what will be the rating of the fuse wire. Let's go to electric power. We know what is power. The rate of doing work is called power. It is also the rate of consumption of energy. The rate at which electric energy is consumed or dissipated is called electric power. Do remember. First it is said about what is work done. Work done you already have studied earlier. Then it came about power. Power is work done in unit time. And then we are talking about electric power. The rate at which electric energy is consumed or dissipated is called electric power. If W is the amount of electric energy consumed in a circuit in time t, then power is given by P is equal to W upon T. Now earlier we have seen that W is equal to VQ. Therefore it can also be written as VQ upon T. And earlier we have seen Q upon T is I, so P can also be written as P is equal to VI. So do remember P is equal to VI. Now if we replace V by IR, then we get another formula for power, that is I square R. So these are the different formula for power. Depending upon what are the quantities given in the numerical, accordingly the particular formula to be used. So I repeat, P is W upon T, W is equal to V into Q, and that's for we will have P is equal to VQ upon T, which can be written as P is equal to VI. And further P is equal to I square R. Then comes about P is equal to I square R that we saw earlier, but according to the Ohm's law, I is equal to V upon R. So if I is replaced by V upon R, we get another formula P is equal to V upon R whole square into R. So we have V square upon R square, and then finally the another expression for power is V square upon R. So that is why these different formula are to be remembered in order to find out that what quantities are given in the sum, in the numerical, and what quantities are to be found. Now, so I have compiled here all the formula that we have seen. Remember, one formula P is equal to W upon T, another formula is P is equal to VI, another formula is I square R, and third formula which we have seen just, that is P is equal to V square upon R. The SI unit of electric power is watt, WATT. SI unit of electric power is watt, capital W we use. So 1 watt is equal to 1 volt into 1 ampere. So it can also be given as 1 VA. VA is volt ampere. Sometimes you may be asked that what is the another unit of watt, or what is the another unit of electric power in terms of volt and current, volt and ampere. Then you will have to write volt into ampere, that is VA. So now we are seeing about the definition of unit of power, that is consumption. Electric power of an electric device is 1 watt if it consumes 1 joule of electrical energy in second. So what is 1 watt? We are defining rather 1 watt. Electric power of an electric device is said to be 1 watt if it consumes 1 joule of electrical energy in 1 second. So consumption of 1 electric energy, 1 joule of energy in 1 second, that we call it as 1 watt. Small unit of electric power is watt. The bigger unit can be kilowatt, and 1 kilowatt is 1000 watts. Do remember. Since the electrical energy is the product of power and time, the unit of electrical energy is therefore watt hour. So what did we say? Since the electrical energy is the product of power and time, the unit of electric energy is therefore watt hour, that is WH. This means 1 watt hour is the energy consumed when 1 watt of power is used for 1 hour. For example, if we talk about a bulb, which is of 100 watt. If 100 watt bulb is kept on for 1 hour, then the consumption will be 100 watt hour. If the rating of the bulb is 25 watt, which means that if that bulb is kept on for 1 hour, then the consumption will be 1 watt hour. So depending upon the rating, you can judge that what is the power going to be consumed. Now sometimes electrical appliances such as electric motor, when you go to purchase an electric motor, it will be in different rating. It may be of half kWh, half kilowatt, or it may be of 1 kilowatt or maybe of 2 kilowatt, depending upon how much power is required, how much force we want to produce using that particular electric motor. So what it means that when we say half kilowatt, means if that motor is allowed to run for 1 hour, unit consumed or power consumed will be half kilowatt. If it is of 1 kilowatt, then in that case, if it is kept on for 1 hour, the consumption will be 1 kilowatt. Now do remember 1 kilowatt hour, that is the unit. Whatever electric bills that we are getting at home, they are in terms of unit. That last month the consumption was say 700 unit. That 700 unit means 700 kilowatt hour. That means you have used 700 kilowatt of power, energy. So here we have shown the commercial unit is kilowatt hour. So sometimes you may be asked that convert 1 kilowatt hour into joules. So 1 kilowatt means 1000, hour means 3600 second. So here we have 1000 into 3600 second, which comes to, on simplification, 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 watt second. But remember, 1 watt second is 1 joule. That's why we write it 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 joules. So sometimes this is a question of 1 mark, that if 1 kilowatt hour is converted into joules, then how many joules does it have, or it will be the value. So your answer will be 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 joules. Sometimes it is also such question that 1 kilowatt hour is equal to how many lakh joules. How many lakh joules? Now that is a question for you to think, that how many lakh joules make 1 kilowatt hour or 1 unit. So do think about it. Such questions can be there. Then we are coming to example 12.12. An electric bulb is connected to a 220 volt generator. The current is 0.50 ampere. What is the power? Now power we have seen V into I. So obviously 220 into 0.50, that comes to 100 watt. That electric bulb is of 100 watt rating. Then comes about an electric refrigerator is rated 400 watt. Now I already said earlier, 400 watt means 400 watt of energy is consumed in 1 hour. If it is kept on for 1 hour, it will consume 400 watt. So whatever the appliances which are at your home, you can very well see their power. That power will tell you that if it is kept on for 1 hour, how much is the consumption. For example, when you are talking about fan consumes around 60 watt. That means if it is kept on for 1 hour, consumption will be 60 watt. Depending upon the rating, you can judge that for 1 hour, if it is kept on, this much will be the consumption. And you can even prepare your advance bill, that what may be the bill this month, or how many units of electrical energy we will be consuming this month. Now that can be calculated on the basis of how many appliances are there, how many bulbs, how many tube lights, how many fans, how many refrigerators, how many ACs. Depending upon their rating, for how much hour they are used, you can very well assume that what may be your electrical consumption of a particular month. So here we have an electric refrigerator rated 400 watt operates 8 hours per day. What is the cost of energy to operate it for 30 days? At 3 rupees per unit, that is 3 rupees per 1 kilowatt hour. The total energy consumed by the refrigerator in 30 days will be its wattage 400 into 8 hours per day you are using, multiplied by 30. So total consumption will be 96,000 watt hour. If you convert it into kilowatt, it will be 96 kWh. 96 kWh means 1 unit, because as I said, 1 kilowatt hour means 1 unit. So 96 unit into 3 will make it 288 rupees. Okay, so do remember about domestic unit of electric consumption. You may be asked in the examination. You may be asked about what is 1 unit into joules, or what is 1 kWh into joules, or you may have such questions based on electric power. So this is the end of the chapter. Do remember, do go through several times this particular videos which I have sent earlier also. Whatever reflection and refraction I have sent, do go through even this particular light chapter and try to memorize everything, try to understand. If you have any doubt, you can certainly contact me, but see that the chapter is prepared thoroughly and exercise is also to be solved. Now I have observed that though I am sending the videos to you, the number of students viewing the video are very less. Now that doesn't give me any encouragement. If the encouragement is there, then only I feel like preparing the videos. So if I take this particular, I prepare the videos, I am taking pain for making the video, and if you do not take interest in viewing the video even and going through the video, then it is of no use. So when I am uploading any of the video on YouTube channel, I definitely see how many students have viewed that, and the number is feeble, number is very less. So I hope everybody is viewing. As the viewing number will increase, even I will be encouraged, if I will be tempted to give more and more information to you, give more and more such videos to you. So I hope you will not do this. You will view all the videos, go through the videos, and also subscribe the channel, so that as soon as the video is uploaded, immediately you will get an indication that yes, I have received a video which I must see. So do remember to subscribe the channel. Do see that every student of 10th standard is taking keen interest in viewing the video, so that it is a kind of encouragement to me that I will be able to pass on more and more information to you, more and more such teaching, learning videos to you. So I hope you have understood and you will continue studying at home. See you then. We will be next time when we will meet, we will begin new chapter. Thank you.